So, normally I get up here and I tell jokes and stuff. That's what people do when they're on stage in a comedy club. But these past few weeks, I've been working on finding myself through my comedy. So I wrote this essay on finding myself. So I'm going to read it to you, obviously. So here goes nothing. Get this. Hold on. So, I've got to find myself. This is going to be a truly formidable task. I don't really have any clues as to where I could be. I could be anywhere, really. So I guess I'll just wander around in my thoughts until I stumble upon it. What if I got hit in the head and got amnesia? That would force me to find myself. I find it odd how people go to different places to find themselves. Like, how are you going to find yourself in a place you've never been? Maybe I should look in the cushions of my couch, because that's where I normally find things that I've lost. I like to think that I'm different. I like to think that I think outside the box, which is weird, because most of my things are in boxes. It's hard to think outside of the box, because a house is just a big box. So when I think outside the box, it just means that I'm outside. I think so outside the box. If I were homeless, I'd live in a sphere. I'd have to find a I'd have to find a really large hamster ball. At least that would be some form of transportation. If there was an SAT form that asked your personality instead of your race, I would mark other. What if colleges were like that? Like they asked your personality instead of your race to promote personality and diversity. Like if college had too many academic people, they would start recruiting lazy people. Do you watch, this is like the questions, do you watch TV more than 5 hours a day? Have you mastered using your TV remote in the dark because you don't want to get up and turn on the lights? If you answered yes to these questions, then welcome to our school. You're well on your way to your 7-year degree in screenwriting. I'm a musician, so music goes throughout my thoughts. It's kind of like every one of my thoughts is a sketch, and the music is a little part in between. In fact, I used to view my life in scenes. After each scene, I would make a little beat with my mouth, like that. In Seinfeld. But sometimes the scene doesn't warrant it. Like imagine thinking about something really, really sad, like, Doctor, I don't think he's going to live. Or you could have like the dun-dun-dun like in Law and Order. But what if you had that after something happy, like, let's go get some ice cream. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, I'm getting off track. I would not make a good train conductor. Back to finding myself. I'm a little bit of everything, I guess. I'm like Neapolitan ice cream with the flavor for different traits. There'd be no Jock flavor, however. You'd have to buy that separately. Jeff Kazanjian ice cream, Jock sold separately. Jeff Kazanjian action figure, battery sold separately. I guess the battery would be the Jock part. That makes sense, because you can't really do activities if you don't have the power to do them. Basically what I'm saying is that I'm not a jock, which in turn basically is saying that I'm not active, which in turn is basically saying that I'm lazy. It took all that time for me to realize that I'm lazy. I could have not even written this essay and I would have known that. That would have proved it. Go back to the action figure. Jeff Kazanjian action figure, complete with ballpoint pen grip and reclining chair. So the only difference between me and Neapolitan ice cream is that Neapolitan ice cream costs $6.95 at Dairy Queen, and I'm not even sold at Dairy Queen. But what if you were to sell me, though? I might cost a lot if I was sold as produce because they weigh you and they base the price on that. That's how I deal with being overweight. I just think to myself, If I were produce, I'd be more valuable. What if you burned a lot of calories by eating, then you would just come out even? Like imagine if you had, just like a really heavy jaw. It would take a lot of effort just to chew, and by the time you're done eating, you burn those calories. That's the secret to losing weight. Just get a really heavy jaw. Get cavities and get the fillings with lead. So if I was produce, I'd be more valuable, but in terms of practicality, I wouldn't be. I'd make a terrible slave. No one would want to buy me or sell me. That'd be awesome. I feel like I'm kind of unnatural. Like when as a kid, I was really sick a lot, and I had ear infections and stuff. And if it wasn't for modern medicine, I wouldn't be here. So like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to live in the prehistoric age. I have asthma. I wouldn't be able to run from a bear. I have a lot of allergies. I wouldn't be able to live in the wild. I'm very uncoordinated. I won't be able to hunt. The best I could be would be bait. Or maybe a decoy of some kind. I could make some bow and arrows. I'm kind of artsy. You can't really make an artsy arrow. There's really no way to artistically interpret an arrow. It's like, I'm going to make this arrow look like a Picasso painting with the head of the arrow in the center. That'd be very impractical. Let's see. Let's skip over some stuff. So, I've had a hard life. If there was an ice cream to describe my life, it'd be a rocky road. See, that's an old joke of mine. I just had to fill up some space in this paragraph. It's filler. It's kind of like vegetables on a hamburger. Eating a hamburger, is being healthy really of any of your concern? What if you had the opposite, like a veggie burger between two Twinkies? Like the main part is healthy, but the accessories are unhealthy? Instead of putting veggies on your burger, we just put a veggie patty, and that would be just as good. There'd be two patties. You'd be exercising your rights as an omnivore. Do that to express our individuality as omnivores. But why does a veggie patty even have to look like meat? What's so hard about putting a carrot between two slices of bread? Is it so the vegetarians can look cool? So they can fool people and make them think that they're meat eaters? Liars! Vegetarians are fucking liars, man. I think that veggie patties are a conspiracy by vegetarians to convert meat eaters into vegetarians. Because you see it and it looks like meat, then you eat it and you think to yourself, that wasn't bad, maybe I could become a vegetarian. I think we need to have meat that looks like vegetables just to fuck with vegetarians. Or have meat that looks like fruits. You could have a meat smoothie. You wouldn't even need the protein boost. Okay, I gotcha. What if for a protein boost in Jamba Juice, they just put a block of meat in there? But what if you made vegetable-looking meat that was made out of animals that ate them, like a rabbit or a carrot that's made out of rabbit meat, or a beef that looks like grass? But no one eats grass. I guess they will once they realize it could be made out of beef. What if you ate a carnivorous plant? Are you eating meat vicariously? Okay, so in summation, I'd say my thoughts are a lot like Stonehenge. You just sit there wondering how and why.